Shout out to Movie Critics Club. We're going to be reacting to the Ranking Detectives on if they could catch Dexter. Let's get into it.
Not the laboratory nigga, the nigga from the TV series, the live action shit.
Yeah, that man.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now today we will be ranking detectives on whether they could catch Dexter. Now somebody left this idea in my comment section and I was like, wait, this is a good idea. And honestly, all these videos have been from commenters. I mean, like, I should just give you guys my channel. You guys have basically come up with every single video idea on this channel. Let's be real. If y'all want the password, just let me know. Comment down below and I'll put my password in the replies. So, yep. The channel is yours. But just like we do in every single video, let me explain the tiers for you guys. They would put Dexter behind bars. Only the best of the best detectives could piece together that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher with solid evidence and put him behind bars. These detectives will go right.
So, as you see at the bottom, they have the Winchester twins. Forgot who that nigga is. Batman. I forgot L. The Mystery Gang. Damn, I know Sherlock Holmes, and I don't know the rest of these people.
How the fuck you gonna have these? Okay.
So,
yeah. You know what? These ain't your niggas. Okay, I forgot, man. These ain't your niggas. How about how you have these motherfuckers up here? You don't even know who they are.
Yeah. So for the people that you do know, before we get into the video, who do you think, if you were to put them in tiers, would, as it says, put Dexter behind bars, find out about his secrets?
Watched Dexter, so I don't know how good that nigga is. But apparently he been good since he had all them seasons. He ain't get caught yet. But one thing I will say is L and Batman is finding that nigga. That's preset. The list, the preset list. L and Batman is catching that nigga. He's going.
They put him behind bars.
Batman catching that nigga the same night. Whatever he did, that same night he's gone. That nigga he's in Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
GCPD ain't got shit on Batman. He gonna put batarangs on all you bitches. I swear to God. Like, that nigga's gone. L, that nigga ain't even in the state. And that nigga put him behind bars.
He doing it from the comfort of his home.
He would have been at the crib. Let's just say, where's the story of Dexter takes place?
Miami. That
nigga in Cali. L would have been like, yep, it's Dexter. Y'all got a forensic scientist over there? Yeah. It's that nigga. He's the one doing it. Yep. And they would be like, what evidence do you have to go on? They're like, he been working with us for years. He did it. He did it. He did it because it's why. Because L don't really.
He don't explain nothing. He just like he did it.
Yeah, he don't really explain shit. He'll just tell him that he did it, and then he's gonna try to prove how he did it and why he did it. They can say whatever. He been working with us for years. He could never. He did it. He did.
What about Sherlock?
Yeah, that's another nigga. Yes, yeah, he's putting him on bars. Sherlock, he's that nigga. Because now with Sherlock shit, I didn't read too many of his books. I did see the movie with Robert Downey Jr. Shout out to my mans, by the way. He played in a lot of good movies. Iron Man, The Judge. He played a lot of good movies too. But shout out to my nigga Robert Downey Jr. But Sherlock Holmes, if Batman's doing it, he's doing it. That's all I'm gonna say. If Batman could put him behind bars, Sherlock Holmes is putting him behind bars. Because Batman is going off for Sherlock Holmes shit, which is the world's greatest detective. And Batman's not better than Sherlock Holmes, from what they say.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, Sherlock Holmes is definitely putting him behind bars. Offer it. So if Sherlock Holmes, Batman, and L, he already behind bars. Put that nigga up top, big dog. Put that nigga up top.
Oh, I can't do nothing here, but
I know. Then Scooby Doo and the gang. I don't even know why he even got them niggas up here, G. They not finding out.
They investigate stuff.
They let's go to the city or the small town, and then if it's happening in the area, we'll find the killer. And we'll find out. Well, not even the killer. We'll find out who's doing these pranks. Because what they shit is not even niggas that's really killing motherfuckers. It's pranks.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think these motherfuckers is going through different types of doors just to fucking kill these niggas? Oh yeah, Scooby would have been in the dirt. If it was me, if I was a serial killer, Scooby would have been in the dirt. Scooby, the rest of the gang, Mysteries Machine, that would have been the last thing. That would have been the last mystery they had. They would pull it up, Mystery Machine. Yeah, we solve mysteries. Because 9 times out of 10, most of the people that they capture is somebody that they talk to already. So,
yeah,
because they know them, because they be like, it's old man Jenkins.
Yeah.
It's fuck nigga Cass.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's big homie Khalil. Like, they know who the person is already when they unmask them. So that means they've seen them and they interacted with them. If I was a killer, I'm popping their tires early. or I'm robbing them. I'm robbing them. They came to the wrong neighborhood. And I would have been the nigga to tell them the moment they would have seen me, and I know, yeah, we came to solve a mystery. What mystery? This nigga. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna just tell you like this. This ain't a good neighborhood, man. Sometimes they be robbing you point blank. Hey, gunpoint. Sometimes they fucking they take your tires. Leave your shits on cinder blocks. You know the next day what happened? They would have went to sleep. I would have popped their tires and took them tires and leave them bitches on cinder blocks. I know ain't no fucking auto zone for miles. We ain't gonna get that bitch in time before I do what I need to do.
Okay.
I'm telling you like this. So like I said, them niggas, they wouldn't have made it through the night. A real nigga wouldn't have made it through the night. So they go against niggas that make pranks. So Scooby and the gang, they on that. So they
couldn't prove anything. Bars. They couldn't prove anything.
They would have had a new category. They'd be put in the dirt. That's what would have been the category.
Oh man, shit, yo, we going off if they can find out.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, they be on the table then. Oh, nah. They couldn't. Yeah, that's the same thing he's saying. They would be on the table then.
What about the Winchester brothers?
I don't know about the Winchester brothers. I don't know nothing about them.
You ever watch Supernatural?
No.
Oh, damn, that's another topic for another day. So,
okay.
So Batman, L, and Sherlock Holmes, they're putting Dexter behind bars.
Yep.
And then for
Batman first night, it take L a week. Sherlock Holmes probably that night too. Same night.
Okay. And then Scooby and the gang, they'd be on the table.
Them niggas are getting cooked like rotisserie chicken.
Okay. So for me, I would say the Winchester brothers, I think they would come close because they do a lot of research into everything that they going after demons and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. I would put them and they would come close, but they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't be able to finish the job because he just would move probably somewhere else. Batman, L, and Sherlock Holmes, I'm with you. They put that man behind bars.
Same night.
Yeah.
Same night.
Batman.
L probably took it 2 weeks because he ain't in the same area. So
yeah, Batman I say same day. I give Sherlock Holmes probably half a day if they give him the information quickly enough. And L, like I probably give him a few days just because he's not in the same area. Scooby and the gang, they gonna have to make another tier and just put them niggas in that tier. I don't know what that tier be called, but that's where them niggas need to be at because them niggas is not. They not finding this man. They not figuring that out. Yeah, everybody else, everybody looks familiar to me because this dude right here next to the Winchester brothers, he plays in Hannibal, and he was like right all along, but nobody would believe him. In a sense, I think that's who that is. But Let's continue the video and find out.
Let's
continue the video.
They'd find out about Dexter's secret, but they couldn't actually gather enough solid proof to put him behind bars. And they would come close, pretty self-explanatory. They couldn't prove anything, self-explanatory. And they'd be on his table. As we all know, rule number 1 is don't get...
That's what he meant by it. I was trying to figure out on the table.
I told you, Scooby doing them, they would have been on the table. They would have been on the table.
They would have.
They would have been on the table.
Yeah.
Caught. So if Dexter sees somebody that's actively trying to expose him as the Bay Harbor Butcher, he'll most likely annihilate you. Like if you guys remember Stan Liddy from Dexter. Yeah. But without further ado, let's get right into the tier list. Sam and Dean Winchester. Now you guys are probably wondering, like, yo, why are you putting Sam and Dean Winchester on these lists? Bro, they would never go after Dexter. And yes, you're right, they aren't. But I just like to humor myself because Supernatural is literally my favorite TV show of all time. Like it would be ranked number 1 on my top 5. And people are probably going to be like, wait, what? You would rank him here? How? And let me explain. I'd put Sam and Dean Winchester in they would come close or they couldn't prove anything. Because let me explain something. Sam and Dean Winchester aren't the type of detectives you would normally see. They don't actively hunt criminals and put them behind bars. No, they hunt monsters and then annihilate them. Yes, they're very, very, very intelligent. They read tons and tons of lore to understand how to take down monsters like ghosts, werewolves, vampires, the whole 9 yards. Even random monsters that they haven't even heard about and they just came across. They'll find out how to annihilate them. Easy peasy. And in that sense, they're really good at being supernatural detectives. But Dexter Morgan, on the other hand, could they really piece together that Dexter Morgan is the Bay Harbor Butcher? And then plus on top of that, gather enough concrete evidence to paint Dexter Morgan as the Bay Harbor Butcher? I don't think so. I mean, I guess you could say, oh, they'll just tell Castiel to go and stalk them in angel mode where Dexter can't see Castiel. I mean, I guess, but like, I'm just talking about Sam and Dean Winchester. Will Graham. He'd find out about Dexter's secret, 100%. Will Graham was the person to find out that Hannibal Lecter was the Chesapeake.
Okay, so yeah, he was. Yep. I had a feeling. I don't know if you ever watched Hannibal. Have you watched Hannibal before?
No, not one bit.
Another good show you should
watch.
Yep.
Ripper. And if that doesn't say something, I don't know what else will. Well, then again, also, he didn't really want to put Hannibal behind bars because, like, throughout the entire show, they kind of had this, like, love-hate relationship. And I think they were kind of lovers, too, in a way, in, like, a serial killer type of way. But then again, Hannibal...
you know he often niggas and you was like, let me fuck him.
You ain't hear him. He said in a serial killer way. Like he was like he knew what he was doing, but it's like some stuff he wouldn't give up information on about it. It was weird. It was like a weird thing. That's why he said like a love-hate relationship because he knew what he was doing, but
he said that like they was lovers. Now the love-hate relationship, I understand it, but he said like they was lovers. I said,
oh yeah, because it's like fucking. He went to his house. He's been to his house. He's ate dinner with him, like, and Hannibal eats
after he knew.
Yes.
There's no way. That's like you eat niggas and me like, yo, Khalil, man, I'm about to come over and man, chill, man. We eat dinner, drink some wine and shit. What? After I know that you eat, motherfuckers?
Yeah. He went there just to, it was like to see if it was real in a way. Let's continue.
But Lecter never left enough evidence for Will Graham to even let him expose him anyway, so I think he would find out that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher. Now, let me explain why. Will Graham has this amazing mind that he can literally walk into a crime scene and reenact the entire scenario perfectly, by the way, on what the killer exactly did. He would learn that Dexter has this entire ritual. He would learn that Dexter would M99 them, then put them on his table, put all the plastic up, etc., etc. He would learn that Dexter would then cut them on their cheek to take a blood slide, and then he would go from there. But I don't think he would be the one to put Dexter behind bars, because guys, Dexter's never been publicly exposed as the Bay Harbor Butcher. I mean, I guess you could say in New Blood, but I mean, guys, that are we really going to go there? The writing for the ending of New Blood was comical. I mean, it was lazy writing. There's no way that Angela Bishop just randomly decided, oh, wait, the Bay Harbor Butcher victims have needle marks. Oh, wait, that's Dexter Morgan. So you're saying that no other detective would ever realize that except Angela Bishop. Batman. I don't even have to explain myself.
Told you that nigga go.
Arkham Asylum. It would take time. Yeah, I'm going to give him that. It'll definitely take Batman some time because Dexter isn't a fool and Dexter isn't some kind of dum-dum. The dude who caught the Riddler, the dude who caught the Joker. We could even just stop there. He has all the gadgets.
There's no way. Like I said, that nigga done caught too many. That nigga caught everybody you could think of. That nigga done caught the Riddler. That nigga caught the Joker. That nigga caught Penguin. He a dumbass nigga anyway, so he bound to get caught. That nigga done caught Ra's al Ghul. He know where that nigga at. He the League of Assassins, G. Nobody know where they at. Nobody know they even exist. Batman do though. Batman do though.
He do.
That nigga will find kryptonite. That's not even on his planet. That nigga will find it though. I got a piece of that motherfucker. Where? How? You live in Gotham, G. How? When did you get a piece of this shit? I got my sources. What sources? That nigga know Martian Manhunter, G. I know you a Martian. How? This nigga's an alien, G. How? Not even an immigrant. He's an alien. He's not. He wasn't born on Earth, and you know about this nigga? Yo, no.
Hey, he said he got backup plans for the backup plans. He got backup plans for everybody, even if you go rogue.
Took a while. I would give that nigga 3 days max.
I don't know if he's going to say it, but I feel like like either he find him the same day or at least in 2 days, 2-3 days. I don't know if he's going to say it. We about to find out what he going to say if he elaborate on it. But yeah, let's see what he say.
Resources that any man would ever dream of. And also he's like 10 times the stalker Dexter is. I mean, he's literally the Shadows. The guy who jumps from rooftops to rooftops at night. L from Death Note. Now this one is actually very, very hard. Because I think that L could 100% find out about Dexter's secret. Because as we all know, L basically knew that Kira was Light. But he could just never prove it. But then again, Light isn't Dexter. And I would argue that Light is superior than Dexter. We'll just leave that discussion for another video. Or you guys can
do that in the comments. That's facts though. Like that nigga though. He that nigga though. That's facts though. Because Light will definitely... The Light is so cold that this nigga made Ryuk forget made him take his memories of the Death Note just in case anything happened, so he could play the part full-heartedly, just so niggas believe him, because Light is not lying. Death Note, I don't know no Death Note. You got me here. I never even been here. I don't even know what's going on. Dad, please. L, we're best friends. Why? Because, and he ain't lying because he believed this shit himself until he touched another Death Note. That nigga Kira, Light, he on his Batman level shit. Now Batman finding Light. Well, let me say versus Batman finding Kira. How long did it take him to do that? That's for another episode.
I still think that Light would beat Dexter. But since I think that Light is more superior than Dexter, that means that L has more of a chance to catch Dexter. I would say that he would find out about Dexter's secret and that he's over Will Graham. This is situational. He's either this or the top row. It's hard. That's acceptable. L is a...
What'd you say?
I said that's acceptable. Like I feel the same way. Like he'd be very close and he'll find out about him. He just wouldn't be able to prove it. But I feel like the only reason why he wasn't able to prove Light shit was because it was supernatural. His shit was supernatural. So it's like, I can't explain how you're doing it if you're with me.
Yeah.
So he has to go outside of the box to think how he did it. But L solved a lot of fucking cases without even being in the same vicinity as niggas.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he deduced where the fuck Kira was. It wasn't just the whole Japan. That nigga said that nigga in Japan, that nigga in this area. I forgot what area he was in, but he was like, he in this area. How you deduce that of a whole Japan? That's like the nigga saying United States, hey, that nigga in fucking Bronx, New York. How do you know this nigga's in Bronx, New York? Not New York in general, in Bronx, New York.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that nigga cold. That nigga cold. So I strongly feel like he would put him behind bars eventually. Not in the same night or not in 2 days, but eventually he would. Because Dexter's a regular nigga. He as good as Dexter is, he gonna fuck up. But you get the button ego.
A smart detective, and what? He's the best detective in Death Note with an IQ of 240. But then again, IQ really doesn't play a factor because Light had a lower IQ than L. Like, I could sit here and make an in-depth video about all of this, but like, I can't just sit here and talk about all this in a tier list video. Like, you guys would just have to debate in the comments, really, because I feel like we would be here forever if we would have to go in depth. Now, you guys might laugh at me, be like, yo, why is Scooby-Doo on this list? Bro, they're detectives, man. I think they would just be on the table. I mean, like, it's funny because, like, what? They're like high schoolers or something. So I don't think Dexter would even put them on his table. William Somerset from 7. I think he'd come close. And David Mills, we're going to put these as a package deal. I should have just put them as a package deal like Sam and Dean. But yeah, William Somerset is over David Mills just because he's a vet. You know what I'm saying? He's a vet. And at the end of 7, Mills kind of blew it. I mean, yes, it would have been very, and I mean very, very hard for him not to blow it. If you see your dead wife's head in a box and that you didn't know that she was pregnant, you would probably crash out too. Hell, I would even crash out too, and I would just completely let him win because you would just have to eliminate him. You would just feel that pressure in your chest being like, wait, I just have to do this for her. But this might be a little controversial. I feel like Somerset wouldn't
I'm doing it for me.
if you.
What's up?
I'm doing it for me. A nigga said, if you found out since you didn't know she was pregnant, with all due respect to my wife, fuck her. I'm doing it for me.
Damn.
She already gone. I'm doing it for me. Because that nigga got me fucked up. Because ain't no way. I'm doing it for me, nigga. Like, yo, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
He was in the same position as Mills. Sherlock Holmes. We have to put him above Batman. All I'm going to say about Sherlock Holmes is that he's probably the man Dexter used to read about back in his early forensics days. And also, Sherlock Holmes is the best detective in literature. Detective Loki from Prisoners. Now, this one's pretty interesting considering the fact that Detective Loki is kind of just like a local detective. But yes, then again, he solved every single case that he's been in, but I don't think he really competes with anybody on this list, if that has to make any sense. Because don't get me wrong, he's very intelligent and he understands the game, and he's pretty unorthodox with his detective stuff. I mean, he doesn't do it entirely by the book, which would definitely ruin his chance of getting Dexter behind bars. But compared to everybody on this list, I don't think he would really even come close to Dexter. I think that he would be on the table while trying to investigate. The thing is, I feel like he would be way, and I mean way above his head with Dexter. I mean, and in the movie Prisoners, this was his hardest case by far, and he was, I mean, way in above his head. Did you see in the entire movie? He was stressing. Jack Crawford from Hannibal. Jack Crawford is very intelligent, but throughout the entire show, he kind of abused Will Graham into solving all of his hard cases. And he basically broke down Will Graham, like completely broke him down. And for that, I don't really give this character too much credit. I mean, alone, yeah, he is pretty smart nonetheless. He's in charge of the behavioral science unit in Hannibal. Well, no, in the FBI. Him by himself, because guys, I'm only talking about the characters by themselves. I mean, Scooby-Doo gang would be different because they work as a group. But Jack Crawford by himself? Well, no, because I don't think it would be pretty easy to get Jack Crawford on the table because, but then again, he kind of went hand to hand with Hannibal at the end of season 2. And he's seen a lot of stuff. He understands a lot of stuff. But then again, let me clarify. Sam and Dean are low on this tier list, not because they're bad at what they do. Like if we're talking about in a sense that, yo, if Dexter could get them on his table, no, I mean, bro, they would literally annihilate Dexter just in hand-to-hand combat, bro. 2v1. I mean, against two people who literally fight demons with their hands sometimes, monsters, ghosts, literally anything. No. Then again, let me clarify. Still, if they didn't know that Dexter was onto them, they would just be revived. Or also, Castiel would just swoop down and save them. Or even just their keen instinct of being followed and watched. Bro, yeah, this is my tier list. Surprisingly, this was pretty even. 2, 2, 2, and 2. Wow. Honestly, didn't even think that would happen.
Oh.
Ain't no way.
So, what did you think of the list?
I fuck with it, man. I agree with it. Nigga said Batman and Sherlock Holmes is one sending him to jail, which 100% agree with. He said L is he could be on both lists. I agree with, because that is true. L, I can see him taking behind, like putting him behind bars, but it'll be hard to prove. It's definitely hard to prove. And L, I feel like the reason why I say I feel like he would take him behind bars because, like I said, he was on Light's case with supernatural shit. It was like shit that shouldn't be possible. Like, I'm with Light now, and people still dying because of Kira. It doesn't make any sense. He knows he's doing it. He just don't know how. So, and then Light is that nigga. Light is just 100% that nigga. So it's gonna be hard. It's hard to prove. Not saying Dexter ain't, but you're doing shit that I could easily prove because it's human shit. It's not supernatural shit. It's shit that I could prove. I think Light would take it. I think he would prove he's going to jail. But like I said, him being close is also true too. The rest of them, I ain't really know too much. The supernatural niggas, the brothers, I feel the same way that he felt because I'm like,
because they do supernatural stuff.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, if it was a hand-to-hand combat shit and you was like, yeah, I did it, what's up? They was folding that nigga up, and they was definitely taking that nigga to jail. Like, if they found who he was, they probably would go to that nigga crib and be like, yo, we know you killed these niggas. And they probably beat his ass and torture him until he told them who did it. Until he told them that he did it and how.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
don't really know too much.
I agree with him on his list that he made. I didn't think about the supernatural piece with Sam and Dean. I was just thinking about them finding information. And as I said, I think they would come close. And every other one is probably in the same boat. Like he said, L is a toss-up. He just a toss-up.
Between the top two.
Yeah.
The top two tiers. Not the toss-up between where he be in. The top two tiers.
Yeah. But I appreciate y'all for watching. What you got to say?
Well, my mama. Apothecary Diaries.
So for her, she would find out about his secret. Now she's more of on the type of, if it ain't like for me, like I'm not trying to be in other people's business, so I don't give a fuck. So that's just like she could put him behind bars if the higher ups ask her to. I think she'll put him behind bars. But if she just like out willy-nilly and she sees some shit, I think she would find out about his secret fairly quickly.
She would get close. So I'm guessing I'm hearing she would get close, but she wouldn't put him behind bars unless it pertains to her. Unless niggas want to.
Yeah. Unless they ask her to. She's like L. She's a toss-up between the top two, putting them behind bars and
what about her dad though?
He's the same. Because he doesn't look like he doesn't seem
that nigga
like
put him behind bars. That nigga cold.
Well, he never stepped out in this. He never stepped out and put anybody behind, did anything. And he also taught her mindset that she has. So if she has that mindset, he most likely also has the same mindset as her. So if they ask him to, he's going behind bars. But for the most part, he doesn't jump to conclusions anyway.
I guess, man.
Yeah, in the show they haven't said any. They haven't showed any of what they show for Mau Mau.
Have you seen the last episode?
Yes, I have. All they did was
that nigga about to be cold. G, that nigga about to be cold.
But
that's all I got.
I thank y'all for watching. If you want to see the actual video, y'all can go to their channel. It'll be linked in the description below.